So I have my PS1000 here. I just want to show the tablet, and I'm going to do a quick rundown of the tablet, and then we'll kind of go from there. I'm not sure exactly what you can see because I'm using a GoPro camera, but when you turn the tablet on for the first time, the first thing you're going to see is this disclaimer every time you're going to see it, and you've got to make sure you press accept to go forward. It's just basically saying that I'm the one operating it, and whatever I do with it and results from it are my responsibility. So, but now the one I have, I know it's used up, but I know it's like an older tool. I got to get this thing calibrated on the back. You'll see the most recent time you got it calibrated. Make sure you send it in to get it calibrated once a year. So this is a good example of you need to get this calibrated. This is just an older one we have. So that's why I'm using it for this, because it's not in the field. So make sure you get it calibrated. Just send it in, and they'll just make sure that all the measurements are good for it. Now, one thing to know about this is that when you're using the tool, you basically just let the tool do all the work, and I'll show you what I mean by that. So here you have all these different options. You have quick scan recording, image scan, and settings, then projects. These three buttons are the actual operating buttons: quick scan detection, quick scan recording, and image scan. Quick scan recording you're probably not going to use almost ever, but I can see why some people would. I just never needed to use it. But quick scan detection I use a lot, and image scan I use a lot. I use both of those quite often. So I'm going to start with quick scan, show you what that does. I'm going to show you briefly what image scan does, and then I'm going to show you kind of what you can do with the project and settings, and then I'll kind of get more in depth on other videos. Quick scan is used for two-dimensional scans. Sorry, two-dimensional scans, one-directional scan if you're going in one direction. So what I do is I put it on the ground, I say scan, and I start pushing it, bring it back, and what you can see on here is that it's pulling up my, bring it up here, it's pulling up my rebar that's exactly perpendicular to the direction of my scan. That's what it's doing. More on that later, but that's what a quick scan does. You have the top-down view, and then you have the cross-sectional side view of your slab. And then you also have the option of doing an image scan, which basically is a 2x2 area, which is why I have this grid in front of me, a 2x2 area where you can actually do a bunch of quick scans, 8 to 16, depending on the size of your grid that you're using, because we have two different sizes. And you can get actually all those things pieced together so you get a nice image of the entire area, so you can see curves, you can see, just a lot of information pieced together, puzzled together. That's what your image scan will do, and it looks like this. Let me pull up a project here. Pull up this one here. A good image scan is this one right here. Yep, so you see a whole rebar grid, and basically what it does a quick scan, 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 and it pulls up this image where you have the cross-sectional view of the x-axis down here and the cross-sectional view of the y-axis right here. And everything you saw in the first video, all those visualization settings, the contrast settings, that's where you do all these right here on here. So like changing contrasts, changing your parameters, concrete levels, and your visualization, okay? That's what you can do on the tablet. So that's just what I want to show you. That's the quick overview of how the tablet looks. And then look forward to other videos on how to use all the specific functions.